okay, I started doing some research on Helen Keller. As we know, 19 months old, goes blind, goes deaf, so never learned to speak, never saw shit. I'm not saying she was a dumb person. She was just incapable of communicating with the outside world until this little charlatan woman comes along and's like, oh, Helen, touch my face here and here, and we will let you communicate with the entire world to where you'll write 19 books and get a bachelor's degree as a woman in the fucking 1920s. Kiss my ass. Helen Keller didn't do any of that shit. No way. Not possible. Not hating on Helen Keller. I'm just saying, it sounds like there was a fraudstress pulling some strings for some notoriety. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's not that crazy. I don't even think that's that wild of a conspiracy theory. It's logical. Like, yeah. Look, if fucking Leo DiCaprio's character could forge checks in like 1960, fucking Helen Keller could get a bachelor's degree in 1920 with a fucking grifter attached to her. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you draw the line? 19 books? What if she wrote like 4?
If she...
None. 0. The answer's 0 books. She can't see. She can't hear. She can't fucking speak.
And again, nothing against this poor crippled woman or anything. By the way, props to her handler lady. I wish I had written her name down.
Yeah, that's smart. I'm going to look it up.
At the end of the day, it's one of these like white lies, I guess, that kind of is acceptable because it did pave the way for us to stop like throwing, mentally and physically handicapped people off of bridges for their own good or anything. So we learned that there's value to all human life, no matter the disability. That's great. I'm just saying, sort of like some of the like fake imagery, from NASA that does fuel the conspiracy theory. Maybe it's time we take a step back and be like, okay, maybe she didn't write all them books. Maybe she didn't actually earn a bachelor's degree from these universities. But we did a lot of good things in her name. Hail Helen. Maybe not that arm, but...
Yeah. Alan, you got a name here? I'm wondering if she like fibbed on the will so she could get estate money and things like that, and her family got residuals through the years. Her books are still for sale.
But here's the thing, Wes, because I know you hate conspiracy theories. Does this sound like a conspiracy theory, or does this just sound like potential fact?
No, this sounds 100% legit. I'm now more on your side of the fence than what I thought of before we had this conversation. Well, actually, because you told me today, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's stupid as shit. I told Sarah, she's like, give me the show rundown. I brought this up, and she was like, yeah, what? What did she figure out a typewriter? That's bullshit. Total bullshit.
Like, okay, just interfacing with the world, right? Like, she wouldn't know what any colors are, not that disqualifies you from other knowledge, but you would have to then translate from touch what things are, and then somehow figure out how to translate what she feels as touch turned into other non-verbal communicative skills, and then she writes 19 books. I feel like the biggest moron that's ever graced the planet, because I've never written a book.
That's crazy. So her name is Anne Sullivan.
I feel like that rings a bell.
She too went like partially blind early, like at like age 5, and couldn't read or write, but then went to Perkins School for the Blind, and I guess became a genius. She started teaching soon after graduation, and then she became Helen Keller's teacher. She convinced Helen's parents to send her to Perkins School for the Blind, which feels a lot like a grifty, like, hey, send her to that blind school that I went to. You know what I mean? Like, pay them money. Anyway, here's where I think the conspiracy theory, and this is just a quick blip, but so Anne Sullivan ended up marrying a Harvard University instructor and literary critic named John Albert Macy, who helped Keller with her publications. So you got half blind, fucking super genius, apparently, fucking went to school of the blind teacher, marries Harvard literary critic / teacher. And that's probably when fucking Helen Keller writes 19 books.
Yeah. She became prolific.
I think we figured it out. The ghostwriter is them two, namely the guy who could actually fucking see and write and read, probably. I don't know, man. It's he moved in with them both, so he fucking definitely molested Helen.
Okay, well, is the money machine that she's the author? Hey, this blind deaf person wrote this.
Yeah, that's the cash cow. Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, because if you're a shitty writer, I mean, listen, I have a feeling if you can't see, hear, or speak, and you put out a book, I'm pretty sure the literary critics aren't like, no, they're not going to tear that one apart, because then you're the dickhead.